And then I always express myself like at home in the mirror. I'll, you know, dance in my underwear and just like go off, you know.
Put the stripper pole up.
I gotta put okay, it's not a stripper pole. It's just
a pole. It's
my
bad.
It's a dancing pole.
It's a dancing pole. My bad.
Who uses the poles usually?
First of all, it's called pole fitness. Okay, look it up. It's,
pole fitness.
Pole
That's
fitness.
crazy.
Okay, once I put that pole back up,
I'll be on it too. Don't
exactly.
Worry.
You
Pole
guys
fitness.
be,
then it's
pole fitness when you do it. Okay,
exactly.
No, we all gonna be on it. Put it up.
I'm gonna put the pole back up. It's time to get back to.
That's gonna be my new journaling.
Facts.
Today. What's up, y'all? It's Cassandra Lee.
Efran Jealous.
Jasmine Ballet.
And you're watching Look at Us.
Look at it.
Or listening to. We didn't forget about y'all.
Or listen to us.
Yeah.
For those listening.
So how y'all feeling today?
Ooh.
I feel good.
You feel good?
Yeah, I feel good. You know, they say on days that you feel your worst, look your best, and I feel like I look good today, so I feel good.
Oh wow, poet, huh?
Wait, I have a question though. You said if on days that you feel your worst, look your best.
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
Okay. My question is, wait, so is this your best? Do you feel your worst then?
Nah.
Because you're looking pretty damn good, girl.
Thank you.
Looking like a snake. Snickety snack.
I just want to fold you up, put you in my pocket.
Don't squish me.
Why waste it? Eat it.
Ooh, later. Don't tell nobody. And cut. No, I'm just kidding.
How y'all feeling?
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling good right now.
I'm feeling good right now.
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster. Today's been a roller coaster.
Really?
Yeah. But that's okay.
You've been hiding it very well.
No.
It's a Scorpio in me. Always hiding. But it's okay. It's okay. Like, I'm going to be all right. No. It's all good.
But you're good right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm good right now. I had pizza, so.
Oh, my God.
Oh, is that what it was? Were you just hangry?
No. It was just emotions.
Do you want to talk about it?
Taking me over.
Do you want to express them?
Yeah, do you want to express those emotions?
Sad. Happy? Don't want to express them.
She's like, literally.
No. Actually, I don't want to express them. I think my journal had enough for the last 2 days. And yeah, I think I've been letting stuff rip on there. That's
Let it rip.
That's
Yeah.
usually how I get my feelings out.
Is that?
Yeah, journaling.
Journaling?
Journaling is the way I get it out.
Do you find like it actually, like you feel like better, happier, or whatever from it?
Yeah, I feel like whoever reads my journal will think I am psycho. Would be like, she is going through it. If I were to pass the
I want you to read a passage.
You should
totally
share
read
a
a
journal
passage.
passage.
Maybe one day
with
I
us.
will.
That's, like,
Maybe one day that would be
interesting.
crazy. Yeah, I probably will one day if we touch on that ever again.
Yeah.
I will definitely share something.
I have a question. When you're journaling, do you journal to like yourself, like dear me, or like dear God, or like is there a dear?
Is there a dear?
It's everything. So sometimes it's to me because it's a lot of me versus me, and it's a lot to God whenever I'm expressing my gratitude or when I'm expressing my anger as well because I express all things to Him. And then yeah, sometimes it's just me venting. It's just like whatever the emotion is, it's like forgiveness. Period. Now unleash. It's a waterfall. Yeah. So that's how I usually journal. That's how I express myself.
Interesting.
Journaling always helps. I feel like it's good. It's a good way to reflect on whatever I haven't been facing.
Exactly.
I journaled my whole life since I was a kid. And it would always be a dear God type thing.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, it was very dear God, very dear God. And I would feel as though some of the challenges that I would come across would be answered through the journaling. I would actually get like I would feel like I was getting my answer. You know what I mean? Almost instantly, like I'd be writing the question and then I'd be like,
yes,
this is the solution.
Exactly.
And like, it was really interesting. I have stopped recently though, and I feel like I'm going through this weird, like sometimes I like to therapize myself because I'm like trying to understand why I'm having such a blockage with like journaling and expressing myself through the way I've always done it. And I think it's because I'm in such a huge transition that I'm so afraid of repeating same patterns that I'm almost like trying to change almost every habit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to find a balance of like, you know, journaling, you've always done, Cass, so you don't necessarily need to change that. But I can't get myself to do it because it reminds me of like, I don't want to do it almost. Like,
it reminds you of like the old Cass.
I guess,
used to journal?
yeah. I guess an old Cass, but like, there's just something I feel like I'm trying to shake off. And
maybe you're not fully facing yourself. You're afraid to journal because you're afraid of what that might bring up.
Ooh,
I don't know, maybe.
That's what I would say.
It's, yeah, maybe I am running from something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess, dang, like I'm getting answers as we're talking about it. I guess it's because I am a little angry and frustrated with how certain things have turned out in the recent months.
Yeah.
That I guess I held so much love to journaling. Like I held such a, like, this is, you help me journal if we like personify it. Like a relationship, and that I thought would help me get through this, and it didn't. So it's kind of like, well, then I don't want to journal.
But were you journaling when you were going?
Yeah, I've journaled my whole life. I said, yeah, like.
But like right now, recent.
No, like recently. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, I ended up here, and it's dumb. It's really dumb when you think about it. But you know, I ended up with so many things that like didn't turn out in the way that I expected, and I guess I'm blaming habits that I thought would aid the process of going through something. I don't know. I guess that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, or like blaming like myself in those habits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. You know, like, how did I not foresee certain things? Did you put yourself in these things? You journaled, you did all these things you did that you thought would aid, and it didn't. And it's like, maybe you need to change everything so you don't find yourself in the same predicament. That's kind of what it is.
No, I feel you. I understand what you're saying, because sometimes I feel the same. I be feeling like I'm doing all this work for what?
Yeah.
You know, especially when like you said, things are not going as they are supposed to, or what I think they're supposed to, how I think they're supposed to go. I'll get mad, and I'm like, God, I'm sitting here with you. I'm meditating every day. I'm journaling every day, and things are not happening. Like, I'm giving you my time. I'm giving, you know, like I'm literally putting in all this work and discipline, and where are the fruits?
Right.
So I get what you're saying, because there's been times when people have told me stop journaling. And then I was like, that's the one thing I won't stop doing. Like, I just won't. Even if I have nothing to say, like, I'm going to say the stupidest stuff.
Why would
cereal. I had cereal today. God damn it, the cereal was delicious.
Yeah. But why is anybody telling you to stop journaling for what?
Because they think it was driving me, like, every time I talk about I always go super deep with people, and the way I talk, and I'm like, yeah, I was journaling this morning, and I'm always saying like how, and it seems like I'm always constantly venting. So people are like, how about you take a break from journaling? It's not like they're like, don't do it. They're like, maybe you just need a break from venting, because it seems like you're always just dumping and dumping and dumping. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to dump on people, so this is how I dump. I dump on my paper, you know, because I don't want to go bring that to anyone else. And I've taken breaks, but I always come back.
Yeah.
Like, I just,
for sure.
Yeah, I always come back. Even if I don't take long breaks from journaling though. Like, I don't know why I'm literally obsessed with journaling.
Yeah.
Well, it helps you though.
It helps me. Yeah, it's literally my writing. It's gonna be part of my book. Like, I'm gonna put like pieces of like my journal. In my future book. Stay tuned. No, stop.
Exactly. Memoirs coming soon.
No,
she has like 6-8 journals, I saw.
No, it's more than that. It was a good 15.
She's got like 15 journals already.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, that's a few books already.
That's a few books, yeah. So, yeah. But I see what you're saying, because it does feel like that a lot of times. Like, wow, all this work you're putting in. I'm getting the emotion out. I'm unlocking new levels within myself consistently. I'm like, what's up?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like a shedding, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... I know I'll find my way back to it, because it's something I've never not done. But I don't I haven't. I think I'll just know. It's like one of those things where it's like I feel ready now.
Yeah.
And right now I don't feel ready. I don't feel ready for it.
And there's other ways though, like, you know, like that you're probably finding that refuge, like your music.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a
My
way.
music is definitely a way of self-expression. And to be honest, my spa days, I'm not going to front.
Yeah.
My spa days, I go to the spa once a month, and it is my safe haven. Like, I am so grateful. I've been doing this for, it's going to be 2 years that I've been doing this. And when I go, I have my moments of meditation. I always hope no one's in the sauna or in the steam room with me, because I have my moments where I really just talk to God, and I really just affirm or, you know, speak to myself and
Out loud in the sauna.
out loud, literally out
praying
loud,
out loud in the sauna.
out loud,
Oh,
out
wow.
loud, yeah. And I talk to myself. I do it in the shower too. Like, I really just be like, you're incredible. You're like, I just talk to myself, and sometimes I even talk about my problems out loud. And that's been my new way, I guess, of expressing myself. And I do be feeling really good and much better, and like I'm getting my answers. It's like an interesting season that I'm in.
Yeah.
You know, because I would find that through paper, but I'm not. I'm finding it like
In other ways, yeah.
In other ways.
Sometimes we just evolve past certain things, I feel like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm trying new ways. I mean, besides writing, I feel like that's always been my form of expression is through writing. But I'm trying new things like painting. Because as a kid, I always used to sketch and draw.
Yeah.
And I was pretty good at sketching and drawing.
you're
And
really good, dude.
Yeah, facts.
Thank
I was
you.
like, since when were you an artist? Yo?
That's what I say. Every time I come home, I find out that Jazz has a new hidden talent.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I know who I live with?
Yeah.
Like every time. I'm like, the other day, I thought I heard the piano.
oh, girl, no,
I
not
hear-
there yet.
I hear, you know, like going off. And I was like, all right. I go to the gym because I was like, damn, did I not know Jasmine plays the piano? I come back and she has, it's like an album or a track.
No, it was like
Oh, that's so funny.
FKJ's piano. Like my speaker was blasting piano, and she thought it was me
In
playing
the
on my
morning,
keyboard.
I said, okay, she woke up real creative.
That's hilarious.
No, I wish not there yet. I do have a keyboard, and I do plan to teach myself. That's another expression I want to learn.
Same.
I would love to learn piano.
Yeah.
So I'm playing with it a little bit, painting a little more, and realizing, okay, I got some. I'm pretty good at painting. Let me do some more and teach myself. So I'm trying new things and new ways to express myself. And then I always express myself like at home in the mirror. I'll, you know, dance in my underwear and just like go off, you know.
Put the stripper pole up.
I gotta put okay, it's not a stripper pole. It's just
A pole.
It's a
My bad.
It's a dancing.
It's a
pole.
dancing pole. My
Okay.
bad.
Who
My
uses
bad.
the poles usually?
First of all, there are. It's called pole fitness. Okay, look it up. It's
Pole fitness.
pole
That's
fitness.
crazy. You heard it here first,
pole
guys.
fitness. No, that's pole expression. What you're doing.
Yeah, pole
Exactly.
fitness. I love that. For
No,
you.
but okay. Once I put that pole back up,
I'll be on it too. Don't
exactly.
Yeah,
You
Worry.
we
guys
all
are
Pole
gonna
fitness.
be-
Then it's pole
Then it's pole fitness and you do it. Okay,
Exactly.
got it. No, we all gonna be on it. Put it up.
I'm
Already.
Yeah,
gonna
like,
put the pole back up. It's time to get back to.
That's gonna be
all
my
of
new
that.
journaling.
facts.
Today,
I'm waking up at 5:30 a.m. You gonna Jazz gonna hear swinging.
slide me down.
Right. I love myself.
Throw it up, throw it up.
Watch it all fall out. Fucking crying and shit, twerking.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
It's a little inside joke thing. But
Yeah, so that's another expression I do. Anything active. I love active stuff. So
Same.
I want to go back to actually doing go to dancing classes again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to do all of it. I want to do heels, hip hop. I need a lot of help with hip hop, but
We know.
Hilarious.
but you know, I'm good with the salsa and the Latin dancing. You know,
Yeah.
I want to do more of that too.
You
So yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, E?
Yeah.
For me, right now, it's literally only been journaling, meditating, and working out.
Yeah.
Y'all know I love working out. Working out is my shit. You know, every time I don't work out, I feel it. Like if I go weeks, my mental health pays for it every single time. So like working out is like essential for me. Especially I brought like working out into my life 10 years ago, and it's just a lifestyle. It's not even like, oh, okay, I need to work out. It's literally a lifestyle for me, whether it is working out, yoga, whatever way I might be active. It used to be dancing, because I used to be a dancer. I don't want to keep saying that I used to be a dancer, because every time I say I used to be a dancer, I leave it in the past, and I think that's a huge part of why I haven't felt fully myself, because I know how bad I've been yearning to dance again, and I haven't. And I think it's a way, like when I see it, I'm always like, oh my God, like I just need to get back to it. And it just seems like, like starting from scratch just seems like,
I get you.
But
it's not from scratch.
No, it's not from scratch, but you be rusty when you come back to something,
right.
just like anything. And that process, I guess for me, is not like, ugh. But at the same time, it's like right now where I'm at, I know that will bring me a certain level of fulfillment.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think you're doing what a lot of people do with fitness, which is like, I feel like going to the gym, I'm not fit. Like, it's like, you don't need to be fit to get started.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
you need
exactly.
to start to get fit.
Yeah.
In the same way. And I think that might be a form of expression. Your body's dying to get out.
Yeah, literally.
I mean? That's interesting.
My body's like, move your body, stop moving your fingers.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's so true, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I love working out. I love boxing. I love MMA. I love jiu-jitsu. I love martial arts. Like, I really can't wait. Like, if I could put an ideal schedule to my life of self-expression, it would probably be like waking up and praying, meditating, journaling, right? And then I would love to have like piano lessons, drum lessons, dancing lessons, martial arts, and then singing lessons, vocal lessons, like I want to be doing everything that I wish I did as a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
And do it now as an adult. I want my schedule to be like mad extracurricular activities.
Literally.
Of the things that I enjoy, like expressing myself in. And those are everything that I love to do.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be wonderful to just reparent ourselves and take all these classes that we wish we took as kids?
Literally,
I did ballet in like second grade. I had a whole ballet recital and I loved it. And I'm like, I wish I would have stayed doing. I wish I would have continued doing dance classes and staying in that.
Yeah.
And then high school came and I started smoking weed and I just let go of that.
It be like that.
You heard, kids?
Stay away from the drugs. I mean, at least until you're an adult, and,
It's interesting. So I grew up doing martial arts my whole life, but I always said if I didn't do martial arts, I would have done dance.
Yeah.
Like, I love dancing so much. And like, I'm so happy now that I got my legs back, because it's like I want to redo everything, because I feel so like wobbly, like Bambi, learning how to walk again.
Yeah.
But I'm way better now
of
than I
course.
was last year. But now I'm like, now that I'm back, I'm like, ooh, like, let's fucking go.
I think this is confirmation, guys. It's time to get into some dance classes together.
Yes.
We're going to climb the pole together. We're going to do all the different classes.
Yeah.
And I want to do boxing, but I want to go to like an actual, not just like the fitness one. Like,
Right.
No,
do,
yeah,
I love like actually training.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's my shit.
I want to go back to stunt coordination,
That's
like
fun.
I wanna learn that, yeah.
combat like stunts. Like I used to do that when I first moved to LA. I was doing that.
Me too.
Yeah, I love that shit. Like we need to get back to that.
Yeah, I've
'Cause
always
I
wanted to do it. My just budget never allowed.
Right,
Back
right,
then.
girl.
So like I would always be like, okay, I gotta prioritize this, and I'm gonna get into that eventually. And it's been like, now you're in year 9, girl.
I can't wait to get to a point though when the budget ain't an issue.
Right.
So it's just like literally you're doing everything you want to do that you enjoy doing. Imagine living that way. Everything that you want to do, that you want to express yourself in, and it's like you got a class for everything. You're doing it like that. To me is like super fulfillment. Yeah. Aside from the work aspect of living the dream of doing what I do now. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I could live hand in hand and then add travel with that.
It'd be
I'd be in Pleasantville.
Travel is another experience expression in itself. Yes. You're expressing yourself through other cultures. It just hits different.
I always come back changed.
Right.
Every trip
like
every trip.
Literally, it's like every country speaks to you.
It does.
It's like medicine.
I feel like I shed layers when I travel, I shed layers in those countries,
Right.
and then come back like a new layer.
Yeah.
Not completely changed.
You just
but
like expanded,
a little,
like
yeah,
an expanded
literally
version of
expanded.
yourself.
Yeah,
For sure.
You've experienced something different.
I mean, think about it. You, like, remember when you didn't experience it? Remember when you just remember when you were just a kid living at your house, you know, in Chicago or in North Carolina, New York, whatever, Jersey, and how small, right? Your world was just that, like, and you just imagined the world. And now take everything you've experienced up until now, and it's like, how bigger is your world? How much bigger it is? You know
I
what mean?
think it's so wild when I meet adults my age who have never left the country or even like their city.
I know.
Oh yeah, the city is crazy to me.
But there's people that have never left their city or state.
For sure. I every time I go back home, those are my homies. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
they've
and
never
they'll be
seen
okay
anything.
too.
They be chilling.
Just such a big world out there.
There's so much.
There's so
And
much to explore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Talking about expression, is there anything that you feel insecure or afraid to express, like you know, an expression that you want to maybe learn or do, but you're kind of like insecure to do it in front of people?
Like, you mean, is there a form of self-expression that we would like to learn?
Yeah, like I like singing when I'm alone,
Yeah,
but
that's
I
what
don't.
was gonna say. Yeah.
But I don't like to sing in front of people. But if I'm home alone, I'd be thinking I'm Christina Aguilera, you know?
Yeah. I feel you, same. And I'll play Christina Aguilera too. I be putting her little voice on. Singing is the one that I would say for me as well. Like, when I was a little kid, I had a band, Atlanta band, but we had a group. My cousins, we were the Cheetah Girls. And I used to write songs, bro. As a kid, yes. And you, like, if now when I think about it, I'm like, whoa, I used to write songs for us as little kids, you know? And I'm just like, and the songs is like talking about stuff that a 10-year-old, 11-year-old shouldn't be thinking about, like love.
That R&B music you was listening
Literally.
to.
Facts.
That's funny.
You know, so like I've always wanted to really learn how to sing. I went to my cousin's like spiritual, I don't know if he's called like a spiritual coach, but it's like a spiritual something, healer or something.
A guide,
And
maybe?
yeah,
a
what?
guide? A guide? I don't know.
I don't know if he was a guide. I forget the name. But I sat with him, and it's kind of like therapy, but like he senses what's going on with you. And we're, you know, talking about multiple things, and then at the end he's like, "Do you sing?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "Your spirit wants to sing."
Wow.
And then I was like, "Really?" I was like, "But I can't sing." And he's like, "No, who told you that?" And then I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Sing, just sing." And then I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna sing." And that was like a year ago.
That was a year ago? I was about to ask you, like, when was that?
Like a year ago,
Wow.
yeah, in Santa Barbara.
Yeah. I remember you telling me.
Yeah,
But I remember
exactly.
this story, though. I don't think
Yeah,
you
he
said
told
this
me-
story.
Yeah, I met with him and he was like, "Your spirit wants to sing." And then I was like, "Whoa, okay." And I told him I would, but I never, you know, I've looked into singing coaches to just make me feel comfortable, like, you know,
That's
with my voice.
crazy.
Yeah. I had a vocal coach at one point.
Yeah.
And it's because I did the P Valley. I did a callback audition for P Valley season 2.
Yeah.
And I was in my 3rd callback with the creator, the writer of the show. And, you know, it was going great. I did a chemistry read with them, and, like, I felt really good about the role. And then out of nowhere, they're like, "Do you sing? Can you sing?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, you know, I'm decent, you know." And then she's like, "Will you sing for us?" And this is on Zoom. And I'm like, I froze. I was like, I'm a shy singer. And I feel like that really messed up, like my booking, like booking it.
Yeah.
Like I was pinned for it, you know? And I was like, wow, I never want to freeze like that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a vocal coach for like 2 months after that, just to get more confident with it.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And I feel like it helped.
A vocal coach changes everything.
No, for sure.
I can't wait to get one.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get one. But I was always terrified of music too.
Yeah.
So I got the microphone tatted on my finger because I was terrified of expressing myself in that way. I was like, it's always been something that I wanted as a kid, always writing songs, always writing, always singing. And I felt like I talked myself out of it because I thought there were signs that were telling me that that's not the path to go down. And so I did. And then when I moved here, everybody thought I was a music artist, and they were like introducing me as that. And I never said I was. And then I felt like, okay, maybe I'm getting pulled back. And I did. I ended up getting pulled back into it. Yeah. And I was just like, man, just do it. Like, I'm going to just do it. I don't have the coach. I don't have nothing. I'm going to just try. And I just kept going and kept going. And I'm still not confident with it. Like, I'm still not like, let me get on this mic and sing. Like, I'm not going to do that.
But you've been doing it.
But like, okay, like my first day stepping into the booth, like in the studio, nervous as fuck. Like, I couldn't do it. It was really weird. Versus now, like, yeah, I'll try. I'll fuck up. I'll try to hit a note. Stay with me. I'll tell my producer, hold on. I'm going to get there. I hear it in my head. I'm going to do it. And I just keep pushing myself to do it. And then it starts to sound good. You know what I mean? Or it sounds like something. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I know I'm not going to be no Christina Aguilera. I'm not going to be no Whitney Houston, nothing, right? I know that. I know my lane. But I enjoy it so much. It's for me. Right. And so I'm going to get better as I get better. I'll grow as I grow. But I can't wait to have someone training me, because I always sounded the best when I had someone training me. Right. Always. Yeah. I think this is a sign that we really need to start a band together. Yeah. Garage band. I'm literally putting y'all on the mic. Like, y'all need to come to a studio session and just get on the mic, because like they tripping.
3 little
like,
Latinas.
They know they can sing. I've heard them. They sing. They're incredible. They vibe.
You heard us sing?
I've heard your shit. Don't play.
Oh, I heard Jazzy sing.
And I heard you sing.
She thought I left. She thought I left out. She thought I left the state.
Yeah.
She know I was in my room listening. She was
singing her heart out.
I was like, oh, this is how she really feel. This is how she really want to be when I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna let her, I'm gonna let her thug it out for a little bit. And then I finally came out. She's like, oh,
you were here?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I didn't know you were here.
Her keys weren't hanging, so I didn't think she was
I wanted
home.
to see how long she would keep going.
That's so funny.
I was thinking all around the house. It was cute.
Okay, I think since that's something that y'all are like, I mean, we all are in some way, shape, or form, like intimidated by expressing ourselves through song.
That's funny.
I think we should do it.
Yeah.
I want to hear us do a song. We're going to have a song, yo. Watch. And in season 1, we're going to have a song.
We should make our intro song.
Oh, my God. That'd be dope. That'd be hella dope.
That's so big.
Look at us. You know, so like.
It's so funny. I used to journal, too. I mean, when I was a kid, I would write songs in my journal. Yeah. I would like do poetry and songs. And I always thought, maybe I'll be a songwriter for one day or something.
Yeah.
But like never imagined like I'd make a track or sing. I'm like, oh,
you should try it. I think you should try it just once, especially if you like know you want to do it. You know what I mean? Try it.
I do want to eventually in my life do at least one track.
One track.
I'm literally so afraid of it, because my ex was a singer, and he would literally try to help me so much. Like, he'll be like, come on, like, I'll help you get on. You know, he's a beast. Yeah. So he would try to get me to do it, and I was so afraid of sounding dumb to him.
For sure.
That I just wouldn't do it, because you're a freaking pro, bro. What you mean get on the mic?
I know.
Yeah, so like I kind of was like, but I really wish I would have at least tried. But what I do know is that I musically, because I've been around him so long, I know what sounds good, what doesn't sound good, like all those things.
So
like
you did learn some kind of.
Oh yeah, I was always listening, and I was always like observant. Yeah, I was always observant. So I was like, I know what sounds good. I used to be like, no, this don't sound good. Change this up. Yeah. You know, like stuff like that.
I feel like it's like kind of like acting, and like when we were doing our own skits or like our own, series or anything like that. In the beginning, it felt like a new world. Right. You know what I mean? Like the lingo, the is this good? Is this angle good? Like the questioning of yourself. But now it's like you get in front of the camera, you get a script, you deliver, you know what you need to do. Right. And you know how to do it in the way that you do it best.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel the same. I feel it happened to me. Like every studio session, every time I'm in that room, I'm like, I'm more and more confident, more and more confident. Now I have people in the room and who've been doing it way longer. And I'm like, I'll get nervous for sure, because I'm like, I don't know, but now it's like, nah, like I'm going to do it, or I'm going to find what makes my artistry that stands out within this group of people. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, it's just like a muscle. Yeah. You just got to keep doing it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you'll find it.
So I'm curious. Okay. Were you guys able to express yourself as children? Like, did your parents allow you, freedom to just be expressive, to be yourself? Like, were you allowed to be yourself?
Me? No. Absolutely not. I didn't have any room for self-expression.
How? Like, how would they stop you from expressing yourself?
It's not that they would stop me. It's that there was an expectation of how I needed to express myself, and anything outside of those lines wasn't acceptable.
Yeah.
And so it's not like, so for example, like if I wanted to try a new outfit, if I wanted to try a new anything, it was like, no, you can't wear that. This is what you're gonna wear. Or I really wanted to take singing lessons. I begged and begged my parents for singing lessons. Never got it. Right. So then it's like, okay, maybe this is stupid. I don't know. Or I remember one time I got caught in the mirror, looking in the mirror, practicing how to like twirl and like, my hips or whatever. And I got in so much trouble. And it wasn't like I was trying to be sexual or anything. It was just like, I'm naturally drawn to like dance and rhythm and you know what I mean? It just felt like I was always put like,
like a stopper.
This is how I need to be. And if you're not like this, this is not how we raised you.
All martial arts.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Was it all like just martial arts?
Martial arts, church, being an older sister, being a sensei. Like there was so much underneath me that I didn't know how to let out. I wish I could have let out. And I tried, and I would find ways to express it through the martial arts. So I started like a performance group that I was in charge of, things like that. But never enough to be who I am, to the point where now I feel like I'm just learning how to express myself.
Yeah.
Just learning how to, dress the way I like. What is it that I like?
Yeah.
Things like I used to envy people who just at a young age be like, I want this, or I want to do my hair like this, or I dress like this, I talk, whatever. I used to envy it because it was like, man, I wish I knew what I liked at that age. I didn't know because I was told what to like and how to be,
Literally. How about you?
I think I had pretty good freedom of expression as far as like my mom put me in ballet class, second grade, and that was one outlet for me. I'd spent a lot of time to myself though. Like I was an only child growing up if I wasn't growing up with my cousins. So when I'd be an only child growing up with my mom, I would be in my room drawing, writing, sketching, just entertaining myself constantly. Like having to entertain and express myself in my room alone, making up characters in my mind, like.
Could you imagine little Jazz like that?
Imaginary friends.
It was kind of embarrassing. If you had a camera on me, I'd be embarrassed of like.
I think it's so cute.
Yeah, that is cute.
And then I watched a lot of novelas too, so I'd pretend
God.
I was in a novela all the time.
All the time.
I'd be like, ingrata, da, 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 like slapping walls and stuff. I was like 7.
That's hilarious.
And so like that was my way of expressing myself alone, right? And then when I lived with my cousins, because I was always back and forth between family and being alone. So with my cousins, I would once I got comfortable around my cousins, I'd be so goofy, and I'd like, I'd put balloons in my boobs and like put my tia's heels on and like pretend I was like just like making them laugh and being goofy. Or I did like the Martin thing where he puts his knees in his shoes. Like a dwarf kind of thing.
Yeah, like a short person.
Yes, so like Martin inspired me, and I do that in front of the family just to make them laugh. So that was like, I try to be goofy and express myself, but I feel like because I moved back and forth so much, it kind of hindered just how much I could actually learn and really learn to express myself, whether it was staying in dancing classes or like even like realizing how much I really loved acting, because I would act alone in my room, right? But never did I actually even fathom that I could pursue acting.
Yeah.
Or, or even like filmmaking or anything, I thought like I liked writing, and I'm like, oh, I could be an author one day or something like that. Like, but I never saw acting as a choice.
That's interesting. Yeah.
What about you, E?
For myself, it's like in and out. So I would say like, no, I wasn't allowed to express myself when it came to like being emotional or like like allowed to have like certain things like privacy or express myself through what I wanted to wear. If I wanted to wear same, like it was like if I wanted to wear a pair of contacts and my dad saw me putting on contacts, what are you putting on contacts for? You going to school, take those things off, you know what I'm saying? And he would be like that because my dad was very strict and he just thought we should be a certain, like, you know, like a certain way. So my form of expression was like in my room crying, journaling, you know, or in the holidays where we would go to Boston, Massachusetts, and if I'm saying Lawrence, Massachusetts, my bad. And I always created a dance routine for me and my cousins.
You guys still do that too, you and your family.
We low-key still kind of do it, but without the routine part. Like, I used to, like, be upstairs, like, literally training them. All right, this is what we're going to do. Then we put on a show every Christmas, every Thanksgiving. And, like, my uncle got videos of, like, us doing that. Like, Destiny's Child, all that. Like, that was me. Like, that's how I would express myself. And through my dance classes and step team. That's what I used to do through school, though. Because my mom, anytime she would put me in something, she would never keep me in it. So, like, the only way I had to do it was always through school. And even if when they tried to stop me, I would, like, literally get in so much trouble. But I would just stay in it because I was like, this is what I want to do. Like,
Right.
Like, I'm going to go home and my dad's just going to be mad.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah, it was literally like that. So, like, luckily, I did have step, dance, and hanging out. Like you said, you had your cousins. I hung out with my cousins every day all my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, always being funny, always hanging out, always doing, like, kid stuff.
Yeah.
So that was the only way, you know. But it was like just me with my sister and my dad and my mom. Not really.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, my emotions is what I mean. Like, I wasn't able to express
Right.
how I felt, you know, or how they were making me feel or things like that. Yeah.
I'd say the same for
Yeah.
me. Like, it's not like I couldn't express myself at all.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
just like whenever I had parental.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, when I was with my cousins, that's when I felt like I can relax. Like, I can chill. And like, same thing. My cousins even tell me till this day, we had a family reunion. And they were just like, man, I remember you would always make us do a show. And the same thing. I'll bring all my cousins together, make sure we'd actually make movies.
Yeah.
We made movies together.
My
we made
cousins
spoofs.
too.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Man, I was like, what? Anywhere between 8 to 13. We was
Yes.
making just movies. We was. That's when I was the goofiest. That's when I was like the most outside of myself. It was the best. And if I had certain friends that made me feel that way too, I would be like that with them.
I feel like I was really shy at school and I was quiet and shy, but at home with my cousins, they'd bring out like the wild side of me.
Yeah.
And I was just like a firecracker. Like didn't know how to act. And I would shoot movies with them too. When I was 11, my mom got me like a camcorder for my birthday because I always wanted one. I thought they were so cool. And it was like a Panasonic, you know, with the tape. You put the tape in.
Yeah.
And I was like probably 11 years old, and I had my cousins like acting for me, and I would direct them.
That's
hilarious.
And we made like little short films.
Yeah.
And I wish I still had that
I
footage.
wish I still had it too, man. What? I wish that would be incredible to like show that stuff now. But do you ever like recognize when you are in a self-expression like drought? And what it does to you? Like, do you ever feel like that as an adult that maybe you're not expressing yourself enough?
Yeah, I feel like I get depressed.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. I go through depression. Like, if I don't express myself in any way, like, if I'm not working now, which is, like I said, it's the way I do it now. We haven't been acting, so, like, we're not, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if I'm not doing the little things, like, my morning routine that's why I'm so strict on my morning routine, because it's, like, the little bit of time that I actually have to just like release, and then, you know, through the rest of the day I'm trying to figure out, okay, like what's gonna happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Auditions coming in?
Yeah, no, right, it's a drought. But yeah, I get really depressed whenever that happens.
That's interesting. I guess it's like when we were kids, you know, and our parents didn't allow us to express ourselves. Imagine how we were feeling, and then when we got with our cousins, like the amount of like life we would immediately feel.
Yeah.
So I guess you're absolutely right. That's like true. When I asked that question, I didn't realize if I understood when I'm not expressing myself, but it actually is so clear.
You're not journaling. That's one thing.
Girl, stop. No, I'm saying, I guess that's one thing, but like in everything, like you're saying, acting, like Like I had a studio session last night, and I just always feel so much better after like doing something that I love and I enjoy, and I want to see through. Like I just want to see it through. Like karate was that, karate was incredible for me because you're like fighting for your next rank. Like, okay, like I got to learn all this to become this rank, and competing and the adrenaline rush that it would give me to be like, okay, I'm about to fight this person now. Like, you know what I mean? Like having a level of purpose, that form of self-expression, dancing, like being better at something, getting better at something. It just, it fulfills you in a way that if you're not expressing yourself, man, like
it's like you're just keeping so much bottled in of you. It's like if you're not expressing yourself, you're really not like living.
You're not.
You're not. If you can't express yourself, like you're just a robot out here, just
existing.
going through, but not existing. Really, that is a part of the human existence, is being able to express ourselves.
Interesting.
I feel like if I go too long without being able to express myself in some way, I start getting anxiety. Like I already kind of deal with it here and there, and I feel like my anxiety, like I feel uneasy through the day, and I'm like, what is it? I didn't journal today, or I didn't go to the gym, or I didn't do something to like an outlet of emotion or just activity,
That's so good. So I guess like the measurement of whether you're not expressing yourself enough is depression, anxiety, sadness. And it's like when those things start to happen, maybe we look at what it is we like to do to express ourselves and like pick one or two of those things that day. And if it still hasn't pulled you out, what else can you keep that might be the measurement.
Right, because I feel like expression is a form of self-care.
It is
like, you have to, I mean, we come into this world out the womb, we expressing ourselves,
yeah literally out
that's
the womb.
So crazy.
So like if we hinder that, like it's no wonder people have depression and stuff. They probably are blocked.
And that's why I say like this is like probably the lowest point I've been in, because I blocked myself in every way possible. Like there was a point where it's just like, wow, nothing is happening like at all. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like I was so blocked creatively. Like I couldn't write, I couldn't act, I couldn't do anything. And it's granted, like I can't get this deep, but
yes, you can.
Come on, you can get a little deep. Don't be shy.
Get deep.
But like what I was trying to say in the other one, because like we were talking, self-expression is just creativity, you being creative, right? God's gift to us is creativity. And us actually doing the creative things, it's our gift back to him.
I like that.
And I learned that. I forget where I learned that from, but I learned that.
Creating.
Yeah, so it's like the law of the universe. To receive what you receive and give it back.
Energy recycles. It's like,
here's
and a gift, use it.
Creating.
Exactly. And I don't believe that I was giving. God gave me so many gifts, and I was hiding myself. I'm hiding every talent, every avenue that he's giving me. Like, here's, okay, I gave you a YouTube platform. You don't want to use it.
And why? Why do you think we hide?
Why do I think we hide? Fear. It's just fear. Unresolved things that come up or that we don't process all the way, like prevent us from fully being like abundant and like being abundant in creativity, being abundant in everything, And if we block our heart space where abundance comes from, nothing is happening. And that's what happened to me. I closed my heart space for a while, and I'm just now learning what it is that I need to heal and move past, forgive, let go of, to finally like unblock that and be abundant, because we can only receive and give or be whole or be fulfilled when we're giving or receiving from a whole place.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
No, 100%. This conversation has helped me so much, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like I've completely turned off self-expression in the way I enjoy. I like to exhaust all of me. Like, I feel it, do it. I feel it, say it. I'm thinking it, whatever. Like, that's how I like to be.
Right.
And I just feel like I've been beaten up, and I've only like chosen, I'm going to express myself like in these 2 ways only.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I kind of miss, like, because even like social media is a form of self-expression. Like, you know what I mean? Like posting, like, you know how we used to. We haven't done it in so long. I mean, you more than us. You know, you've been
started picking back up, but I had a drought for a while because I was going through it.
Yeah.
And when you're going through it, it's so hard to create.
It's so hard to create, but it's like, you need inspiration. You know, this is a form of self-expression. We're doing it right now.
Exactly.
And I'm getting inspired, and I'm getting reminded of how good it feels to just not give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like just create and post and do and live and be, and like, and who cares who's watching? Who cares who's listening? Like, just do it because it's you, because it's for you. You know what I mean?
This is us expressing ourselves in the flesh now.
The flesh. You know, you're getting self-expression in real time, bro.
In real time, bro.
Man, I would love to hear how like some of you guys in the audience and viewers express yourselves. Like, let us know.
100%.
Yeah, what form of expression is your favorite? Or what form of expression would you like to try? But maybe you're a little afraid to. The more afraid you are to do it, I think you should do it.
Really?
Literally.
Yes.
Like so much sharks and shit. Like,
I want to swim with sharks. I am so scared, but I want to.
Yeah, no.
I do. In Cape Town, at that.
no,
Africa.
so specific.
Because that's where they got them great whites.
Oh,
You're
my
crazy.
God. I do want to do crazy shit. Well, because I mean, like when you're a kid, think about it. You're constantly being faced with challenges. You're constantly pushing yourself. As a child, you're in uncomfortable situations all the time.
Yeah.
And we stop doing that to ourselves as adults.
Yeah.
Why? We get comfortable. We get lethargic. We get chill. Like, this is our life. Like, no.
I think we just get in our heads.
Or get in our heads. Yeah, because
as a kid, you're not.
You're not at all. You're not thinking about nothing. I'd be watching my niece when I take her to the like the park or something, and the girl just like doesn't care who's looking, who's watching. She's just going, and I'm like,
exactly.
I miss that.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Yeah.
And although we're all watching and we're laughing, you know what I mean? But it's like we're not laughing at the children. We're literally like in we're awestruck.
Yeah, like she's being herself.
And
we
funny,
love
and
that.
Cute. Yeah, like
What a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Man, we need to be like kids more often, man.
Yeah,
I mean, we are though. When we're around each
together,
other,
when we're together,
we be childish.
Like
you guys more than anything.
You think so? You be coming out of nowhere with it, though.
Efran be trying to play cool.
She be trying to act way too cool.
Be so cool.
Here's the thing.
We know.
We be wild, but you be wild too, girl. Don't even play.
Yeah,
and then you be coming out of nowhere with it, just like running over. And I'm like, where did this come from?
Right.
She come out of nowhere with it. Like random. You're random with it. We're just we're just like what you see is what you get. You're gonna see it all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you'd be like chill for a moment and then out of nowhere.
It's the season she's in. Wait till she fully lets down these walls.
Oh, I can't wait.
We know she's going through things right now.
No.
But when
Y'all
those walls come down,
I can't wait. Like what? I can't wait to feel like myself again.
Oh my God.
You know, because I feel like I live in and out of reality right now. Like presence and then like I'm not present. And more unpresent than I am present.
When do you feel like you're most yourself?
Interesting. This is why I had to put the bottle down. I'm not an alcoholic. Whoa. Okay. No.
That sounded like an alcoholic.
No, I know.
You said the statement and then said you weren't. That's like
no,
two
look.
strikes.
Okay, look.
No judgment.
No judgment though.
I felt like when I drink, you let loose when you drink.
Oh yeah, we know.
So like so I will drink to let loose because I felt like drinking was the only way I felt present.
Wow.
You know, it's like while I was drinking, while I was drunk, I did not feel, or granted, this is why people turn to alcoholics. But one, I wasn't even drinking that often. I don't even go out that often. Let's make that clear, you know.
She don't.
I don't go out that often, but when I did, to let loose and to be like not in a party thinking about X, Y, and Z, I was like, let me just drink. And then this will make me have fun. This will make me like dance more and just be goofy.
Loosen you up.
So that's what makes you feel more yourself is drinking?
No.
Oh, you're saying in general, or do you saying in this time while I'm going?
Yeah, like what makes you feel most yourself? Like, have you thought about that?
It's dancing and music. It's literally dancing and music.
Dancing and music makes you feel most yourself.
Yes, like when I was like at my best out here, you will always see me dancing. Always see me listening to music. You know, right now I feel like I'm in a, I don't know if Jazz be hearing all this church music going on in my room. I need God right now.
No, I do. I hear it. I be in my room like, amen.
Yeah.
I receive it over here.
Like every morning with praise and worship.
Yeah.
That'll never change.
But you don't ever change?
That will never change. Is what I'm saying. I start my every day with praise and worship.
Yeah, but I feel like right now, like the way I've needed God, I know that I won't need, not that I won't need him, but I won't need him in the way that I need him in this season again.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like nurturing my spirit with this kind of music. But I can't wait to get back to the point where it's like, you'll see me blasting whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just being a goofball in the mirror, dancing around the house. You never see me dancing around the house. I dance around the house. This is me. You know what I'm saying?
Do something here, a little
Sometimes.
sprinkle here and there.
Yeah, you know, like sometimes, you know, I'll let loose and just thingy, but then I'll be like,
I seen
then
you
I go
throw
back
it
to
back
being in
a
my
few
head.
times. We've seen E throw it back.
Throw it back. Like I'm just a
Just
twerker
the
in the
other night we
streets.
saw E throw it back.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even drunk.
I know. I was really proud of you. I was
Look
like,
at
look at
that.
her. I was like, she's out here really just being herself right now with no, you know, liquid courage. Like, I was like, get it. I love that.
That was a good night.
Yeah.
I felt really present that night.
She expressed
in the beginning,
herself.
I didn't start off that way, but by our little dance off, like for sure, I was like, okay, I'm present. Like,
y'all really expressed yourselves
I was
that
having
night.
fun. I was like, whatever. I was just like,
No, it was a good show.
It was
it was great.
I think it's important to recognize when you feel most yourself and who you feel most yourself around, because then it's like, how do you repeat that and keep that around, because you don't ever want to lose yourself.
No.
You know what I mean? You don't want to lose yourself. I don't want to see you guys losing yourself.
Yeah.
And if there's anything I could do as your friend, like to help you remind of yourself of who you are, like that's what I want to do. I want to inspire. I want to stimulate. I want to help
Hold
you
us
create.
accountable for our self-expression.
That or just help y'all create. You know what I mean? If I could just aid in any way of yourself being yourself is then I feel like I'm being a good friend. You know what I mean? So.
What do you feel when do you feel yourself the most?
I am most myself when, honestly, lately, when I'm by myself, which is actually so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm by myself or when I'm in the studio, I'm not thinking.
Yeah.
I'm just creating.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm around y'all, for sure, like, I feel the most myself. I don't feel like I have to entertain or like, you know, like I can just be like chilling, you know, which is great.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As it should be.
That's a great statement.
I would
for
say
me.
same answer, really.
Yeah.
Like, even by myself, I love my alone time.
Yeah.
I feel like I grew up as a kid, I'd be alone expressing myself, and I do it as an adult now, and I love my own company. But I also love your company and your company.
Yes, that's true.
And y'all make me feel like myself. I feel like myself around my family too. And it's like different people bring out different sides of me.
100%.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, who I am with you guys and who I am with my family is two different people.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Stop hiding, E.
No,
Stop hiding. Efran, look at you. What kind of person are you at a party?
I am the goofy. I feel like I'm the goofy, dancey person. Yeah. When I'm not being hella observant and being like, can I trust y'all to be that person? And once I get that, then it's like, oh, okay, babe. What's up? You know what I'm saying? But I gotta be like, if y'all gonna be, you know, like, you gotta make sure I trust the scene.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel that.
Look at you.
What's the question? She hesitated so
messing
quickly.
up the game.
Dang, she done lost the game before it even started.
Why did I forget to write my question?
So the game is we're supposed to go around, look at you, we ask a question, they answer, and go on to the next person and ask just a random question.
Random question.
Even just a question that comes to mind.
You can't hesitate the question. You can't hesitate the
Cass,
answer.
look at you.
Oh, shit.
When's the last time you threw it back in the mirror?
Today.
Oh, good for you.
Look at you. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Something by Erykah Badu, maybe. Diana Ross. I don't know.
That's a good one.
Throw it back to her. She lost.
Efran, look at you. When's the last time you cried?
This morning.
Girl, it's okay.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
As you should.
Self-express.
Bro, I cry every time. It's okay. One day I won't be crying. But
What? Crying is beautiful. Good.
why did you ask me that?
It was a good question.
That was a great question. Look at you. What kind of music do you like to dance to?
Lately, it's been a lot of reggaeton. A lot of perreo, you know.
Perreo.
Oh, yeah. She's a perra. She's a perra.
La perrita mala.
Cass, look at you.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time you touched yourself?
Yesterday.
Okay.
Look at you.
Look at me.
Top or bottom?
Interesting. I prefer.
Why would you ask that?
Damn, that's tough.
Is the first thing that came to mind? You just wanted to know? Like,
I'd say bottom.
okay.
What are we talking about, though?
I just said, look at you, top or bottom. And she said, tough, bottom.
Right. I don't know what she's talking. Bottom buns, right? Like hamburger buns. I prefer the bottom. That's what I'm talking about.
No, that's not what she was talking about. That's not what she was talking about. But okay, yeah, bottom buns.
Bottom buns.
Express yourself.
Express yourself. Look at you.
Yeah. Why am I scared? Why are you always hesitating to ask me something?
She forgetting what she want to
What you
ask.
scared of? She don't want to ask me
That's the
nothing.
real game.
And E lost again.
And he lost again. I just make her
It's
lose.
okay.
That's what it is.
I can't think on questions like spot on like that. I be fishing. I'm
Look at you. Out. Don't.
You think something's gonna come to your head? And
It's like improv. It's like an improv game.
You shouldn't even have said look at you if you didn't have nothing.
what was I gonna do?
You gonna say, guys, I don't have nothing.
Oh, okay, guys, I don't have nothing.
Yeah, you lost anyway.
Okay, that's fine.
At least it's less embarrassing than being like, look at you. What is that?
Oh, what's that?
Whoa.
Oh, shoot, that's part of the mic. That's
And she broke her
grab that.
mic.
We'll grab it later.
And that's a wrap, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Look at Us.
We'll see you on the next episode. Yeah.
Peace out.
Bye.
Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to join our squad. Visit lookatuspod.com.